So in the previous videos, we learned about use effect without dependency. In the user list, in the users, I'm not providing any dependency here. What happens if we provide the dependency? I created a simple function, use user storage. I'm going to store the value of this user to local storage. In web browser, in Chrome browser maintains the local storage to save some value. Let's say if user has logged in successfully, then we can save that user to local storage. I'm using the select here. It's going to accept the value and on change. Let's see what will happen. I also used that method here inside the index.js file. Now you can see that we have the user. By the way, I'm using the React Dev tools. If you don't have React Dev tools, you can install it. It's a Chrome extension, React Dev tools. You can install that React Dev tools. I installed it, React Dev tools. You will see this React developer tools icon. So let me show you. When you inspect the element or when you open this developer tools, here you will see the React tab. You can see your component tree, user, select title, user storage. I have a user storage. You can also see the state inside the component. We have the hook state. You can see that all the users we fetched from the JSON placeholder API. We can see the user storage state, which is chain. I'm gonna change the value do. You will see the do here. Marcus, you will see the Marcus here. So what I wanna do, first of all, when you load the component, make sure save the user to local storage. When component mounted successfully, then we need to perform that operation. So I already taught you, if you need that type of logic, you can use without dependency, because after successfully mounted, then we can perform some operation. Here I would like to save the user to local storage. So you can set or get the user window dot local storage dot get item user. If we already have a user inside the local storage, then I don't need to set the user back. So let me check my logic here. Yes, if we already set the user, then we can update that user by using this one. Otherwise, for the first time, we will not have any user in the local storage. For that, it will get the user and save the user in the local storage. I'll teach you more in the form of debugging. Now I would like to create another use effect. This time, if user has changed, then we need to perform some operation. Here what I want to do, use effect I would like to set the user value to local storage. Yep, it's a simple window.local storage dot set item to user, and I'm going to provide the user value. And we also need to provide the user. No, I don't need to provide the user here. That looks good. So let me show you what will happen. I'm going to change the value, let's say markers. So you can check the local storage from the application tab. I'm going to click on the application. You can see the value markers. So local storage working fine. You can see the value do. You can see the value chain. Now I set the value markers. When you refresh the application, it will fetch the markers from the local storage, and you can see this value has selected. I can also do some debugging here. It has, first of all, it is going to run this method without dependency. There is a markers user in the local storage, so it has fetched the markers. If there is a user, it is going to update the state. When React updates the state, it is going to call this return function. Now you can see the markers. What will happen if I'm going to add the breakpoint? You can also add the breakpoint in this way. I'm going to change the value to sum in. What? It is not doing that. Let's try to put debugger here. Yep, now it looks good. Let's try to update the value though. Now you can see that it is going to set the value to local storage. So I'm going to change the value. It has stopped at this breakpoint. It is going to update the value. So this code runs only when the user state has changed. If you have that type of use case, you can also implement in your projects. Now you can see that.